point where it now reaches a capacity of 3,000 youth each year, with life-changing programs. With her vision, her compassion, and her energy, she inspires the kids, her staff, and everyone associated with Fly to achieve well beyond what they could have ever imagined. Please join me in welcoming this exceptional leader, this wonderful person, Christa Gannon.
Looks beautiful. Good morning. It is so amazing to see all of you here this morning. This attendance this morning is just breaking all-time records at Fly. This is so encouraging. Thank you so much for being here. I got to start. Fly Youth. Do you see all these people who are here this morning because they believe in you? They care about you? You're amazing. You're so worth fighting for. Fly staff, thank you. Look at all these people who are there for us, are helping us do this work. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to our kids. Now I look at all of you this morning, I wish you could be up here and see what I see, because there are so many of you in this room who are doing and have done so much to help us get to this point. I have to take a second and just celebrate that, and really look at you and thank you. We have so many board members here this morning who have been serving past and present and always pushing Fly to do our very best. Thank you. And I look, table hosts, you rocked it this morning. Nice job. Thank you for being such great ambassadors of Fly Love. And I look out and I see so many amazing individual donors who have been so loyal to us and supporting us. I see our key investors. Pam, Tim, thank you for encouraging us to dare to tread where others won't. Nancy, the FC Gold Pride team, Mr. York at the 49ers, thank you. You know, I look and I see our corporate friends and our law firms and our foundations. God, it's just incredible. And then I see all of our system partners, our public defenders, our district attorneys, our police, our probation officers, our teachers, our social workers, our community members, and all of our Fly volunteers, law students and college students. I mean, this room is just bursting at the seams with people who care. And that is so amazing and so important, because together we have so much power to help. I got a lesson about helping recently from my 6-year-old daughter, Haley. Now, it had been one of those days. I was off my parenting game. I was exhausted. I was standing in the kitchen trying to figure out what I'm going to throw together for dinner. She's at the kitchen table, and it starts. Mom, Mom, Mom! What, hey, what? Mom, I need you. I need you to help me color. Not now, Haley, I can't help you. Just go do something else you can manage on your own. The next thing I know, she's standing right next to me. Mom, I'm calling a conference. We need to talk. So she takes my hand and gently sits me down and then very politely and very respectfully looks at me and says, "Now, Mom, when you talk to me in that frustrated tone of voice, that really doesn't feel good inside. And I know you can help me. So you just tell me when it's a good time, and then you can help me color, okay? Okay, this conference is over." Oh, yeah, it has happened. And I'm standing there thinking to myself, conference? Oh, I'll show you a conference. I'm calling my own conference, and I'm going to go get your father involved. But you know, when I calmed myself down, and I mapped out the conversation she and I would be having later, I realized, it struck me, that she had total and complete confidence that when she stood there and told me what she needed, and when the conference ended, I was going to go do something about it. She looked at me with such hope in her eyes. In her mind, it really wasn't a matter of if I was going to help her, but when. And I realized I had seen a look like that before. years earlier in a very, very different world. A look from the eyes of 15 and 16 and 17-year-old kids I met when I was volunteering in juvenile hall as a law student. Now, they were so far down a criminal path that they were looking at a year, 5 years, 10 years, some even life in prison. Life as they knew it was over. And they looked to me as somebody that might be able to help. Over and over again, there were stories I would hear about how they grew up in neighborhoods where violence and crime is just the way you get things done. Where going to prison is almost like a rite of passage. Where if we had asked them back then, where do you see yourself when you're 18 or 21? They would say, well, I'll be in prison or dead. That was their reality. And so finally, I just couldn't take it anymore. And I sat with them and I said, okay, guys, look, is there anything someone like me could even do to help? And they said, actually, yes, there is. Here's what you need to do, Christa. You need to go out and start teaching kids about the law so they understand how serious this all is. And then you need to go find people who will care about us, who will be there. You know, talk to us about things, take us places, listen to us. And then you really need to go work with kids who are getting in trouble. Because you know what? Once we screw up, we're just written off. So maybe we could go out and do something good, talk to kids, make a difference, so the community sees that we're not just juvenile delinquents. And they looked at me with such total conviction that when our conference was over, I was going to get up, walk out of the hall, and go make it happen. Now, I wasn't so sure. I never expected to connect with these kids, let alone devote my professional life to them. But as I sat there, and as they looked at me, I realized that now I knew too much. I had to do something. I had to try to help. So I went and I researched their ideas, and I found that they were supported by best practices in crime prevention and juvenile delinquency. They wrote my letters of recommendation, and that's how we started FLY. Now today, FLY has programs that are very much keeping in the spirit of what they recommended years ago. We do legal education to help kids really understand the consequences of their behavior, but also to develop the empathy for what their crimes do and who it hurts. We also work with them to learn how to solve problems without violence, without crime, without getting so angry, a different way, a different choice. And for those kids that finish the law class and want and really need that support to continue and really change their lives, we're there for them, one-on-one, helping them set goals, get on track. We put these kids together in teams and they go out into the community and they serve. Kids have shared with us that, you know what, it was only by really doing community service that I realized there really is a good person inside. And in Santa Clara, we've designed a specialized mentoring program to match kids with adult volunteers. And these kids are dealing with drug and alcohol addiction, use issues. And the volunteers are there helping them learn how to get and stay sober and deal with their problems without turning to drugs. Now, a few years ago, we made a video to really capture our programs in action, to capture the transformation, and to capture what our system partners and outside evaluators were saying about how effective we are and how important our work is. Here's the video for you now.